Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my Everquest 2 tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be us finishing the final adventure quest and then finishing some of the trade skill in the Pilgrim's landing zone, and then moving on to the trade skill area and also showing you the next area you're sent to once you finish the quests in Pilgrim's Landing. Anyway, so I'm just going to finish the last adventure quest and move on from there. I was considering showing every quest, but I realised it would be just too long and too slow and people won't be interested in that. So I thought what I'll do is stick to doing just a few quests in each zone and then moving on. And I wanted to show this quest because it has our first ladder. For those of you out there that have not used ladders before, you simply walk up to it and just keep walking and you'll go up the ladder. Up here we have to excuse me, sorry. Up here we have to light a few fires and then we can start the actual finish this quest and move on to the next zone. So up here we should have a few orcs that we've got to kill after we light the fire, because we're going to get ambushed. Yeah, I didn't want to make the game too slow because Everquest 2 is such a beautiful game and I didn't want to ruin the series by making it boring. I know some of you would like to see the full process, some of you don't. I'm just trying to find a good balance. And you can see here with this feather collection I just need 2 more. Now I just need 1 more. I'm hoping to do one of them and turn it in so you can see what happens when I do that. For now though, I shall just carry on. Okay, so we just click on this big torch, funny enough, on the hill. Then we see these orcs spawn. Now something else I didn't mention is I finally remembered that my favourite character to play is the summoner. So hence why you're seeing a summoner and not a warlock. But there you are, a minor thing. I'm now playing the right class. So I got there in the end. Right, okay, so done the quest I believe. And now I just need to return back. Fortunately, because I'm an erudite of course, I don't need to climb back down the ladder. I can take the quick route. So let's just grab that. It's nice doing the collections as you go along because they do give some nice excuse me, sorry. They do give some nice gifts away and experience, so it's good to do the collections. Anyway, let's take a jump. So you can see the benefit of having that slow fall skill. It really is good in some of the zones. Saves me dying many times. Right, first of all let's hand in the last quest for up here, which was the provisioner. So there we go, always good. That's the series of their quests finished. So now we can go down here. Now what I'm going to do is move on, like I say, from this zone with not only just showing you the next adventure zone, but moving on with doing the trade skill tutorial. So let's finish with Yasser Redblade. Oh, I believe I've got an achievement. Oh no, that's a quest reward, but somewhere I'm sure it will say, yeah, there we go, beginning quester. So if we take a look, that's also something fantastic that I like to do, the achievements as I go along. And in EQ1 they're as fun as well. So there we go, we're doing the achievements, 10 quests complete. Right, okay, so here's where they're going to tell us now that we're going to be moving on. So they're telling us to report to Regan Firebeard. He's at small camp in Gweneve's Cove. So that's what we're going to do. Let's accept that. Okay, right, now before we move on, remember that I started that this harvesting quest. And when I handed in the harvesting quest for getting all of the materials, when you do that, then this trade skill quest with the mender will open up. You'll see a feather above their head. So we're going to do that quickly and then move on.
Hello.
So he's saying, I noticed you're harvesting. Are you interested in Yep, so we're going to do that because we will get a nice item. So he's telling us that we'll need to pick up the recipe, copy of the recipe and a lump of coal, and then we can start doing the trade skill. I've got some materials, so let's first of all grab the recipe off the table. Notice it's updated. Now we'll grab a piece of coal. Now we need to learn the recipe, so we'll open up our bags, and there's the recipe that I was just given, Lucky Wolf Paw charm, which is something you should get. By double clicking on it, we've learnt it. Now you're going to see that it will give us a speed boost for running. To create it, we left click on the anvil, which brings up the trade skill window. You now see the recipe we just learnt, which is the Lucky Wolf Paw, so we will left click on that and left click create, or just simply double left click. Okay, now I've got the materials because I was gathering. I didn't want to waste your time doing that. So now we will click begin. Okay, the first three icons will do our speed, which is the top one, and the second of the three icons will do repair. So if we take too much damage, these are for repairing, these are for doing fast progress. So what I do is I normally will hit 3, and then once the timer's gone, the trigger's gone, I'll do 2 at a time. There we go. So that really wasn't difficult. I eventually want to show you though how I do the trade skilling. So there we go, we've done that, we've completed the quest. Let's hand in.
Hail.
Okay, now he's telling us congratulations, if you're interested in learning more crafting, then you should look up the professional trade skill tutor. And that's exactly what we're going to do, because I want to show you the trade skill area in Frostfang Sea, and I want to do the trade skill tutorial if I can fit it in this 30 minutes. Okay, the first thing for us to do, of course, is to bring up our character sheet and the pocket and equip. See this? This is what we just made. So as well as giving us stats, it also will give us a buff that lasts. It increases our speed of casting by 17%. That's Anthos, who's just joined me. And we'll eventually be forming a guild once we can find enough people to join us, which hopefully won't be too long. Right, anyway, so we need to equip this wolf's paw, and the effects there you can see is, I thought it was a run speed, but it's actually a casting speed. Oh well, never mind, let's equip it. And what we can do is drop that into a quick slot. We'll put it on the top bar as it's a buff. I like to put my spells cast for damage casting there, my buffs up the top, heals and other whatnots here, including the heroic opportunities. I'm not in a group, so I won't be using that, and other ones there. So there we are, I've equipped it and I've got it there. So let's cast it by clicking. You'll see now we've got that buff as well. Right, so we're pretty much done with Pilgrim's Landing. What we'll do next is we will go to the mainland, because we're on the little starter area. And what a beautiful game this is. It really is. Hopefully I'll be able to show you a lot of the zones within the game. Okay, I think I've got, no, there we go, there's another one. One more and that collection is done. Okay, what I will do, because I've just missed the ferry, because I was busy harvesting, because I'm a collector, as you all probably know, I'm just going to swim to the mainland. It'll get our swimming up. Oh, let's put the scroll down so we can see as we gain the skills. See, my swimming is going up. Caps at 30 for now until I get higher levels. Okay, so you normally would take the ferry across, the little raft, to this Regan guy, and that's where you can continue on the adventure quests. Like I say, I normally do the starting areas till level 10, then I switch to AAs. That way I can go over the other starting areas. So I'll just report to this first quest giver and then move on to the trade skill area, and hopefully can show you some of the tutorial on trade skilling. One thing in that Pilgrim's Landing that I didn't mention, which I should do as well, is they've now put a bank there. I've had a bit of a break, and the bank was there before the break, but if some of you have not been playing for years, know that there is a bank now at that very first start area. Okay, there you go, we got our update, and that goes towards our daily objectives. Remember to keep doing them, as you'll earn 500 platinum for a bag of plat once you've got 5 points. For now, we're just turning, so I'll click yes, there we go, and he's now going to give us another quest. That's where we're going, the city of New Halas. Okay, he's going to ask us to do another quest for him. I'll accept it, because I'll come back and finish these quests at another time. Now, if enough of you say that you'd like to see every single quest done, then I'll do it, but there has to be enough people, because I'll need to try and keep the majority of people happy that are watching this series. Like I say, I don't want to kill it. With all the series I do, if the views drop off, then I'll just move on to a new game, and I shall keep doing that. I won't move on from Worm, because I've already said I'm committed to doing an index series, and I love playing Worm anyway. I'm never going to stop playing Worm, so I may as well keep recording while I play. But for the other series that I do, if the viewings fall off of them series, then I will simply put them on pause. If interest gathers up in the future on any of the series that I've been doing, then I will continue them, because you are the jury. Anyway, this is the city of New Halas. So here we are. Up there is further trade skill area, but that's for when we get to level 15. On that subject, if I click on my messages, now that I've done that starting tutorial, trade skill gathering quest, I got this email, this message, and the message is about a trade skill quest that we can do. Now, it's an epic quest with a lot of parts to it, but it has some fantastic rewards, so it is well worth doing. And yes, you've guessed it, I'm definitely going to be showing you that quest series, but that's not yet. That's when we get some trade skill levels, when we're about 10 or 15 I think, which we can get to easy enough. Okay, for now, let's go up here. Oh, what were them other two messages? Oh, there's a special event going on at the moment, and the other one is simply a welcome to North. Anyway, so let's go down up here, because you'll see that this is where the trade skill area is. And as I want to do the trade skill tutorial quickly, this is where we will find it. Okay, I could, if I actually use my brain, do the sprint. There we go, we gained a level just by finding a new area. Always nice to get new spells. Okay, so here's the trade skill guy over here. Just quickly, if I come back, down here is where the banker is for this zone, and also the broker. And Everquest 2 is one of the coolest games for making items and selling them, because we can make the items and sell them while we're offline. Anyway, that's why we're doing some of this. So to start the tutorial quest, we talk to this guy. There we go. I believe I just gained a trade skill level, so I'll accept that. Okay, so he says I've learnt how to gather, now do I want to learn how to trade skills? So I'll say yes please. And I think he's wanting to tell me about yep, so I've got the harvested items. Let's just click on this to progress it. Right, now here we go. So I say I'm ready. Let's accept it. Okay, he's going to put these items in my pocket. So I'll say thanks to that. Okay, so I need to learn the new recipe. So we've already learned, I believe it's it. Let's bring up the recipe window so you can see. Oh no, that's the, must be the pet windows over it. Whenever you create any new windows, you have to customize them to your own liking. It was in the way there. Okay, so Tradeskill. If we go to Tradeskill, here's all of the different skills we can use, if I can call them that. Anyway, you're going to see as we go through doing it. As sometimes it's just the best way to show is by actually doing. So, okay, let's close that. Let's learn the recipes. You'll see the recipes appear here in our chat. It tells us all that we just learnt. And this first quest is asking us to create a simple candelabra. So let's do that. Okay, so what we need to do, have I got coal? Yep, I've got one piece of coal. Cool. Right, so we come over here to the forge, double click on it. There's the simple candelabra, so we click on that. Got all of the items, so click begin. Now notice I will quickly hit the first two. Then again, you'll notice I do it in between the jumps. Now because I'm not taking any damage, I'm just using the speed, the progress ones, the ones that give us progress. But I'm also being careful because icons will pop up here. Now I'll move to doing the repair. Notice now the damage on the green bars going up because I'm switched to these because it was getting a bit low. There we go. So that's what you have to do. When you start doing this, these icons down here, if I just read them to you, excuse me, my throat seems to be a bit messed up tonight. These do your progress. So the green bar is your progress. These, so the progress ones are this, this and this. You'll see the different icons pop up here. When you see the spanner, for example, you have a choice. You can either click the progress button to give you more progress, or you can click on this side, which is increases these three do the durability. So anytime we see an icon up here, we have a choice to choose either to do the progress of the item or the durability. Now if our green bar, our durability is up here, we will keep doing the progress. As soon as it gets below 50%, then we switch to the durability. So there we are, we've done that. Let's now quickly return. I am on the time limit, and I do need to try and go quickly, but not too quickly, so you don't understand. So we'll click him. There we go, we gained another trade skill level. So I believe it's showing trade skill. Yeah, so we're on level 4. So let's accept that. And now he's going to tell us to, he's going to get us to make something a little more difficult. So I'll just carry on with this. Okay, we're going to have another one quest book we need to learn, so let's accept. Now we need to create a lead bracelet. So let's check if we've got the, yep, he's given us the components to do that. So now we will be using this table, I believe. Okay, no, not the workbench. Shows you what happens when you have a break for too long. Not that one. Let's see. I always forget. I think it's this one. No. So let's try typing in so we don't waste time. No. Ah. That's what happens if you forget to learn the recipes. And I do that quite often. Okay, so down here we're looking for the lead bracelet. There it is. Okay, we will click begin and off we go again. So I'll do the first two. And again. And again. See, you can be lucky sometimes. If you don't get no challenges and you don't take too much damage, you can simply progress it through, which is very good for when we get to Tradeskill writs. Notice the icon, I had to match that with the down here on this bar. If you don't match it or you get it wrong, you take damage. So if you don't match it in time or you choose the wrong icon, you'll then take damage. It's not too severe, especially if you're eating and drinking. Okay, but there we are, we've done that quest. Let's now go talk to the Tradeskill guy. There you go. So you can see we're gaining levels nice and quickly, so we'll accept, we'll say yes please to carry on, get the next quest. This time we will remember to learn the new recipes. We'll also equip the bracelet by double clicking on it, because it'll give us some stamina for health and some strength. So yeah, we'll attune it, and I've got some boots I should have put on, so let's put them on. Let's destroy the old ones. Okay, so let's now do the next one, which is create some Jum Jum cider. That will be from over here with the oven. So there's the Jum Jum cider. Okay, I need to buy some liquid and basic kindling. Okay, so liquid is the first one, aerated mineral water. I will buy I'll just buy 5, and basic kindling, that's even cheaper, so let's buy 5 of them. Right, okay, let's now go back to the oven, click again, and click again on the Jum Jum cider. There we go, let's begin. I'm in a race to see how many of these I can do before the 30 minutes is up. Yep, I'm off to a good start with this one, that's for sure. You see, with these early ones, they're very easy, so you're not going to get challenged too much. There we are, quest done. Let's now go back. And we'll get the next quest. Okay, if I open up our pocket, notice the Jum Jum cider we just made actually is good for us to use. It increases our out of combat power regeneration. So when we're not fighting, we'll get even better regeneration than what we're currently getting. Well, it'd be 9 better, as you can see. Anyway, let's learn the recipes, and let's now do the next quest, which is a great elm great staff and also a hand axe. So we need to use the carpentry bench and the elm great staff. Okay, so we need some basic sandpaper, which we can buy from here. Let's just get 10. There we go. Okay, we come back, re-click on the table and redo the staff and begin that. It is worth doing all the different trade skills, because you on the bottom left there you can see that our skills are going up in all the different skills that we're doing. See, now I've switched to the endurance to make sure that I don't take it too low. because if it goes below than the line, it'll move back one. We'll lose this last level of it, tier of it, if you like. It'll jump to there. But when you get them right, you'll notice you get a bigger jump. There we go. Right, so that's the elm greatstaff done. Next, we must do a hand axe. So we go to the forge, and we are looking for a tin hand axe. Now, I'll get you into good habits. Up here is where you just type in what the item is, and then it'll filter it for you. There you go. That's the easy way of doing it. Right, we need a basic coal. So let's click on them, and we will buy 10 of these. And now we will create. Again, notice the different skills that we'll be getting in the bottom left, which is the reason why you should definitely do the trade skill tutorial. It's most beneficial because it allows you to do all of the starter items. Of course, I'll be making alts, one for each of the different trade skills, but it's also good for your characters to get a basic knowledge of all of them. As you can see, the skill gain I'm getting in the bottom left. Right, there we go, that's that quest done. Let's see if I can do this before the timer goes. I'm also going to try a little transmuting and tinkering, but I don't know if I'll have time to do that in this episode. Anyway, let's accept, let's start now and get the next quest. Okay, let's learn the recipes, which are there now. And let's see, now we need to create a spell scroll of shackle, which should be this one. So we type in shackle, there you go, click on that. Okay, we need a basic incense. Let's just go to this one. I think I'm on the wrong trader, because I'm sure it should be up here. There we go. Right, so let's buy 10 of them. Now let's go create. Okay, double click again and begin. As your food and drink gets better, your regeneration for your power especially, so let's call it your mana, will be very good, in which for later on in trade skilling you will need a high, it will drain a lot of mana. So basically it's always good to have the best food and water that you can, so you can get your regeneration for your power, especially your power, as high as you can regeneration wise. Okay, so let's go back and hand in.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm on a roll with these levels. So let's get number 7. Okay, so let's learn this recipe. Now we need to make an essence of intercept, which is this one. So if I just type in enter, press enter, there you go, that's one we want, and yes, I need candles. So let's find basic candle and we'll buy 10 of them. And let's create that. You can see that the trade skilling is a lot of fun, and you do need to watch the icons and match them up, so you have to stay engaged with it. It's not one you just simply click create 500 and then walk away. If you don't stay on top of it, well, you're going to fail and you're going to get hurt. But I do enjoy the crafting in this game. You see, I just lost the last bar there because I was talking and not watching. So it's going to make the crafting in this game twice as difficult. But hey, you know, you're worth it. What can I say? If you're taking the time to watch me, I'll take the time to make the mistakes. Right, okay, so I need to try and keep the damage. There we go, only just done that. Right. It shows you what having a break does. Oh, I just got 2 more loyalty points. How cool is that? I'm now on 67, so I'm rich. Right, let's accept. Let's get the next quest in the chain. We need to learn the recipes. And now we need to make a chainmail coat using the forge and a backpack. So let's go here. Let's type in chainmail coat. That's the one. Let's begin. Okay, there's the timer. I'll finish this and then call the episode there. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm sorry that I can't fit more in. It's just not physically possible, but I'm hoping that by showing you a little in each zone, it will keep the series moving along at a quick enough pace for you to stay watching. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode on Pilgrim's Landing and Halas City. Goodbye.